This is my traxxa Summit that I have. It's a 5607 2.4 gigahertz radio. This is basically my pride and joy. Painted the cage white, little accents. These are going to get a lot of use. I kept these black. They come off pretty easily. 2 screws on each side. Got a Tekin rx8. Took out the transmission. A lot of these have shifting problems. Take this out, take apart the transmission, 4 bolts on the bottom, 6 bolts or so, 6 little screws on the outside. Transmission casing comes out. Take the pin out, you ream, and I forget the size. It was small, maybe in 9/32. You run a drill through it with your hand. You just go in and out, kind of ream it out. That fixes a lot of those shifting problems that it has. You got the aluminum push rods, aluminum tie rods. I changed the servos to futabas. They have metal gears, and although it doesn't say, I really think that they are at least water resistant. I've run this thing through snow, I've run this thing in the rain, through puddles. They are the S3305s. It's the same spline that is on the turning rods. I have aluminum cyclone rims, beadlocks, rock crusher tires. Tire chains really help in the snow. Those things are great. I use maximum performance, max amps, 8,000 hour volts, 2-cell lipos. I think they are 2S2P. It's 2 cells with each cell parallel. I have extended the antenna a little bit, replaced the blue one, the black one that was there. I just took more feed out of the box, raised it up to where it just touches the body, just before it touches the body. I lowered the posts down 1 or 2 of these holes right here, trimmed this so the suspension would clear on the front and the rear. Changed the shocks to a 40 weight oil, and I went 9 turns in the front, I went 10 turns in the back. My gearing is a 58 spur and a 16 pinion. I've got the fan hooked up to the lighting system. All the lights work. This way that's always on. And the Tekin has its own temperature censored fan on. I also, in order to make this a little bit more water resistant, I have put on a little bit of dielectric grease on the sensor plug going into the motor and the speed controller, and I put high temperature silicone around this opening. That's basically the only weak points that are on this brushless motor. This is the casing in the front. It's got a case in the rear with a sealed ball bearing in front, and everything else is waterproof. Servos stayed waterproof. These, doesn't say, but I had these apart. These are pretty well grease packed. I put just a dab of grease on the casing brake here, and on the casing brake basically here on the other side, on the bottom here, before I put these in. That's basically all I did. Everything else is stock and nothing is broken yet. I want to change this to the center drive shafts, to the steel ones, maybe get the aluminum skid plate. But this is my baby. I'll show you how she runs. incident.